in time, back in time, back in time. Thinking about this life of mine, yeah, the good times. Thinking back in time, back in time, back in time. Thinking about this life of mine, yeah, the good times. Thinking back in time, back in time, back in time. Thinking about this life of mine, yeah, the good times. All I used to be was a happy-go-lucky kid who just wanted to have fun at all the things that I did. Early 90s was the time frame, handball that was my game. South Bay area of San Diego down the street from Maine. Chula Vista city limits, outside Dago by minutes. A city that later would create its own image by those who would call it their home. Used to be known as a racist neighborhood, it was said and it was shown. Nowadays it's hidden behind closed doors of their home. Folks who can't stand the fact they will no longer bear the throne. Take a look at here and see it be so diverse. Latinos from a country next door that's more worse than what we dealing with. Don't forget the military bases that set out to influence the interests of other races, including my pops like him, many from out of town, seeking a good place for a family to live around. Thinking back in time, back in time, back in time. Thinking about this life of mine, yeah, the good times. Thinking back in time, back in time, back in time. Thinking about this life of mine, yeah, the good times. As a kid growing up, I have to say, I always sit back and reminisce back in the day. Everything was new to me, a learning type of view to me. Seeing things happening in ways I never knew would be possible. See my parents split for a bit. At a young age, I didn't really understand all of it, but I had to let it go, cause love for me, they let it show. Never did they let that blow. Me and my sister was they glow. We loved them both the same, wishing they got back together, but we was only children, had to put up with whatever. Take my mind off it all by playing my sport. Handball, made the back and came on my court behind the apartment complex where I was staying at. Had to keep the mind occupied when life was getting whack. Above it all, I did nothing but cherish my life. Every moment I found fun, felt nothing but right. Thinking back in time, back in time, back in time. Thinking about this life of mine, yeah, the good times. Thinking back in time, back in time, back in time. Thinking about this life of mine, yeah, the good times. It would be the place of my beginning, started my vision. A childhood that led me to enjoy how I've risen. Grew up with other kids whose skin had many shades. We all came together to play a game called charades. Go out in the parking lot, play another name, spinners. Spin till we drop, feel sorry for the beginners. I like the game the most, always wanted to be the winner. Out past dark till we saw the lights getting dimmer. Chilling with my friends under the sun was out of sight. Saw it soaring high up in the sky like it was a kite. Looking up at it, I just felt some sort of praise. Something I wouldn't realize until in my adult phase. Had to love it, I saw life in simpler ways. If girls like me then, they would just stand there and gaze at me till I caught it with myself and gained awareness. If I got a kiss, I would feel like love in Paris. Thinking back in time, back in time, back in time. Thinking about this life of mine, yeah, the good times. Thinking back in time, back in time, back in time. Thinking about this life of mine, yeah, the good times. Thinking back in time, back in time.